los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
Hi, I'm Suzanne McCluskey, your host of This Week in Jackson. Tonight is a special night. We just had the grand JacksonOpolis.com 2.0 launch right here at the Jackson Workstation. We've got a good crowd here tonight, and we're going to do something a little bit different. Number one, I won't be telling you what's happening this week in Jackson because I haven't had access to the site with the launch happening now. So you can check out the events page and see for yourself. And our guests are actually going to be a rotating couch full of people seeing what's happening in town and what they like about our community. So enjoy. First, we've got Cassandra and Chris Spicer. They just opened Beads to Live By right downtown Jackson. Had the grand opening. It was amazing. I was there. I made a bracelet already. So Cassandra, Chris, what do you have going on? You have classes on Thursdays and all sorts of cool stuff. But aside from opening the business and the excitement of that, what is your favorite Jackson happenings? What do you love to do in our community?
Well, we were just talking about how a couple years ago, I think we went to the Ella Sharp Wine Festival, and that was fabulous. The weather was great. We got to walk around and try lots of different things, and it's just, less than a mile away from our house, so that was helpful too. And we had a really good time at that. That was enjoyable.
How can you go wrong? I mean, you've got art, you've got wine. It's definitely a blast, and they've got even food vendors.
Yes. Live music, I think, that day too.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good time and worth checking out. That'll be happening again this summer. And there's the Chambers MIS Beer and Wine Festival. They added beer to the Ella Sharp one, so that'll be great to scope out again. Anything you want to mention about the new biz?
We've got classes this week on Thursday and Saturday. Lots of room for private parties still, and people are getting excited about that. There's lots of buzz on Facebook, so lots of great, exciting things coming up there.
Yeah, you can bring your own. My coworkers are so stoked. They can't wait to bring the big old bottle of wine and do a bead project and hang out. It's going to be awesome.
I see a pattern forming with my interest.
Women and wine, they go great together. Well, thanks for coming on. We're gonna kick you out now.
All right. Well, thanks for having us, as always.
This is actually someone near and dear to my heart. I don't know, do you see a resemblance here at all? We get twins a lot. But anyway, it's my little sister, Callie. And Callie, what's your favorite event in Jackson?
Well, I just so happen to be wearing a shirt in support of the Jackson Percussion Concussion.
Oh my gosh, now that is a cool event that I know a little bit about. What is your favorite part of the Percussion Concussion?
I just love that it's, I love drums in any band, and so I just love that it's a whole bunch of drums and the competition. So this was the third year of it.
Yeah.
And the kids bring they bring it, and they showed their best show, and they just put on everything that they can to get the awards. And
yeah, and they get the special training with the Detroit Pistons drum line. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Two of them are from Jackson, Malcolm and J.R. Cecita. Not J.R., that's his cousin,
That's
Greg. Greg Cecita.
It's very cool to see the Pistons drum line because they are from Jackson, and the two. And I went to school with Malcolm, as did you.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that'll be happening again probably this November. So keep an eye out for that. Man, so much awesomeness right here in our own community. Get out of here, Callie. Great to see you. She came all the way from Ypsilanti to be with us. She misses Jackson. Come on, guys. Wow, what is going on here? You look amazing.
Thank you. Don't they look awesome? Speaking of twins.
Twins? We have real legit twins. We just get mistaken for twins.
There we go.
What are your names?
My name is Ian. My name's Evan.
Nice
This
to
is
meet
Ian
you.
and Evan.
Ian and Evan, and you two.
My name is Lyman Robertson.
Nice to meet you.
Jamie Ferris.
Jamie, you used to work at Hot Topic?
Long time ago.
Yeah, former life.
Yeah.
Okay. So I used to be friends with Leslie Gauthier in high school, and so we did the Hot Topic quite a bit. But what do we have going on? Are you our beard coalition?
We are from the Jackson Beard and Mustache Club.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? It's a group of people that look a little different, but kind of have the same goals and objectives that you here at Jacksonopolis do, and many other community organized groups. We're looking to promote the great things that happen in this town, and kind of add a little different flavor to that promotion.
Do you have to have a beard to be a part of it?
Absolutely not.
So
It's all
even though
about the
I'm not
attitude.
rocking a beard, like it's not exclusive.
No.
Okay, excellent. But I
are.
could maybe get one of these and.
You could. Matter of fact, Jamie here participated in a competition that I held last year, and there was 2 categories for women: fantastically fake and most creatively fake.
Nice.
And she rocked a pretty sweet beard for that competition and took
Third place.
third place in that one.
Awesome.
First contest.
Yep.
Congratulations. That's great. So where was that? What was that contest? Like where was it?
It was last February. We held it at the O-Bar,
Okay.
and our charity was the Cascades Humane Society,
Nice.
and we raised just shy of $1,000 for them in one night of follicle fun.
Now that's impressive.
Yeah,
That's
it
very
wasn't too
impressive.
bad.
So what is your favorite part about Jackson? What's your favorite event aside from your own?
It's good you said that. And somebody already stole the Beer and Wine Festival, but I think I'm going to say that I'm more excited about what's going to happen. I think so many
No
people
doubt.
are starting to try to kind of promote what's going on, and so many people have an idea in their mind of what Jackson's about, and I think people are trying to show a different side. You know,
And we've got
it's
new-
not the prison city. It's
new
not this.
businesses
It's not
coming
that.
in.
There's so much more going on here, and I think that's what I'm excited for.
I went to a party a couple weeks ago and someone was saying, yeah, I used to say I'm like from the Detroit area, but now I just say I'm from Jackson because it's almost like we're rock stars or something. Like, you know, there's kind of like this street cred you get from being from Jackson, and there's like a new light being shined on it with the historic prison tours, and it's neat to see the vibe that's coming in.
There's a lot going on with music and art and the digital side of things. So
Did you guys want to say anything before you go? Well, you look great. There's nothing more to say.
all right.
All right, well, thanks for
Thank you
coming
much.
in.
Absolutely.
Who's next?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
And who are you?
I'm Dell Belcher.
Dell, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you do in Jackson?
I do a lot of things. I work at Starbucks. I play in a lot of bands, do a lot of music, involved in a lot of music and art stuff in town.
So you're pretty familiar with the music scene in Jackson?
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
it's great. I was a part of it many years ago in college with the Thunderbird and everything, and there's a lot of stuff going on, and then it just kind of like stopped for a while, and then it's definitely coming back, and there's a lot of really cool bands, there's a lot of good venues with the music downtown during the summers, with the Rockapalooza, with the art stuff going on. There's a lot of music's always involved.
Did I hear correctly? Do you know, I thought I saw in the paper something that they're turning the Rocket into a music venue?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So
Heard about
that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. So a lot of different kinds of venues, a lot of different kinds of music, bands coming from all over the place, and it's been really, really cool. So
I don't know, I'm sure you're younger than I am. When I was in high school, we used to go out to Concord, out in the boonies. There's this place called Maggie's, and there was bands that came in from all over the place, and it was really cool, and it'd be nice if we could bring something like that back.
yeah, for sure. So one of my favorite things with the Jackson stuff, the art things, is I have some friends who do the Singularity Art Collective, and they've
That's
got
at Art 634?
They do stuff all over the place, but next Friday they've got one at Art 634.
Okay.
The Luminous Art Show. So it's going to feature, boom.
I didn't even know that was going to
Unplanned.
happen. Totally
It's
unplanned.
amazing.
I just saw it sitting there.
That's crazy.
Glass and metalwork.
Yes. So they're going to have like glass blowing, metalwork going on. A lot of local photographers showing their stuff. Usually they have like bands and music playing. A couple of my bands have played for some of their stuff that they've had. Last year they had event, like a black tie event at the O Bar.
Nice.
And they had like special cocktails for the event. And they're doing another one coming up soon. Doug Jones is usually runs that and does a really cool thing.
Love Doug. He's great,
Yeah.
and he's part of this Luminous. And you
Yep.
said this is February 22nd. So check
Next
that
Friday.
out. That's happening this week in Jackson.
So worth it to see
Yeah.
the artists, to see all the stuff that you see every day in like a really cool, like artistic way.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So,
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely have to check that out. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming in and
welcome.
bringing that to the table. Well, he
Yes.
didn't literally bring that to the table,
It was
but
just there.
yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
How's it going?
Awesome. How are you?
Excellent.
And who are you?
I am Roland Anderson.
Roland Anderson. Nice to
Yes.
meet you. I'm Suzanne. Pleasure. And what do you bring to the table? I see you're wearing an Herbalife shirt. Is that your gig?
Well, it's not necessarily my gig. I'm actually a wellness coach.
Okay.
I have a business here in Jackson. It's called Nutrition Done Right.
Oh.
So it really emphasizes and promote people living an active, healthy lifestyle.
Okay. And so if people want to learn more about that, do you have a website?
Yep, I got actually a couple of websites. One of them, I was talking with Jay earlier, and we're talking about some of the things that I do in and
Okay.
around the community. So one way people can get a hold of me is actually soon to be videos online. It's called, there you go, Thursday, called On the Go with Coach Rowe. So there'll be something up and coming for sure.
Very cool.
But in the meantime, if people want to get a hold of me for additional information as it relates to health and wellness, they can email me at healthycoachrowe@gmail.com.
Good. Excellent plug. I like that. So what is your favorite, what's your favorite part about Jackson?
You're not going to believe it. My favorite part of Jackson is actually the MMA fights.
Really?
I know, oddly enough, but let me tell you why. The reason why, because I never thought I'd be saying that in like a gazillion years, especially me being into like health and wellness. And
Yeah.
you look at MMA fight, you would think it's a complete opposite, but it's not. It's actually a side of MMA fight that you don't hear promoted a lot, which comes down to the health and the well-being of the fighters themselves. I
Right.
personally sponsored 2 of the fighters out of Jackson MMA, Anthony Michael and Brandon Zakoya. And so working with them like over the past 2 years, I really got involved in what goes into fighting and stuff like that. And I found myself very passionate about it.
Is that the one at the Michigan Theater?
Well, sometimes they are held at the Michigan Theater, but it's held at different venues throughout
Okay.
Jackson, like all over for sure. So
Okay.
that's got to be like one of my favorite events is the MMA fights and stuff like that.
Well,
Just because,
yeah.
like I said, being in health and wellness, I get to see another side of the fighters that you don't see in the cage.
Absolutely. And I mean, that does take a lot of training, and you got to care about yourself in order to compete in something like that. That's pretty incredible. Thanks for highlighting that. I don't know if we would have gotten that from anything else?
Anything else in terms of events? Let me see. Upcoming events, I know for the fighters is one in Taylor, Michigan on the 23rd of March.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we have any up and coming in Jackson?
Upcoming events, not in terms of the MMA fighting, but in
Okay.
terms of like what I'm doing. I was talking with a few people here from this station, if you will, about one of the challenges I'm hosting. It's called a 90-day lifestyle challenge.
Oh, right.
Where the emphasis is placed on people living an active, healthy lifestyle. And a lot of people say they can't do it because they can't afford it. Well, don't cost anything to register for the event. The event is absolutely free, and it's just up to that person, their level of commitment for it.
All right, so you'll have to check that out on our site. We'll get some more info posted about that. Thank you for coming in tonight.
You're welcome.
Pleasure to meet you. Who's next? Bye, guys. The twins are leaving. Hi.
Hello.
This is Rachel Buchanan, the better half of the Dave and Rachel combo.
Yeah, he's right over there on the other side of the camera. So,
Yep.
Dave, I said it's the better half.
He's not listening, and that's okay.
That's
a good
okay.
thing.
The camera's not on me anyway. They can't even tell that I.
Dave, she's the better half.
We won't tell.
So okay,
Well-
Home.fm.
Oh, I wasn't even going to mention that, but yeah, I
I
work with Home.fm and Spring Arbor University as Rachel Ryder. Ooh,
Yeah.
secret. So I do those. I do that
I didn't
kind of
realize
stuff.
I just revealed your secret identity.
It's okay. People might have recognized. It's okay. But I mean, we've been here for what, about 13, 14 years now, and
You and
like
Dave?
yeah. And I was talking to someone earlier. One of the things that we love about Jackson is that the size of the community and the amount of events going on, if you're willing to search and look for things, is so huge because of people just not knowing about what's happening. There's so much space for like being a cheerleader for Jackson and
Definitely.
kind of being a promoter of different events and things, that's why it's been so cool to watch, what Jacksonopolis has been doing and what's been happening at the workstation and this week in Jackson and everything. And I like everything. I love it.
Yeah.
I haven't been to an MMA fight.
Well,
but
put that on the list.
yeah, and that's a part of it.
That's the other thing is there's so much going on that you don't even realize. Like when you do learn about it, it's like, wow, I can't even fit all this in my schedule. My dad is here somewhere. Hi, Dad. And he was having a conversation with Eric Smith earlier and said that when I got out of high school, I got to get out of Jackson. If I don't get out of here, I'm going to be stuck here for the rest of my life, like that whole high school mentality. And I did move to Lansing for a year, and when I came back, my job got me really ingrained in the community. I started learning, and I saw a totally different perspective of my community. And obviously, I'm here now, and I love it. And there's a lot to say about Jackson, and it is like growing and changing and
So very cool.
really great. So, what is your favorite event?
I love Christmas. So for me, the Downtown Jackson Christmas
Night
Parade
lights?
is, the night lights, all that stuff, all that whole season is amazing because it's totally worth freezing, to make it through. But I love like the women's expos, and I mean, there's just so much. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
It should be more like, what do you love this week?
Yeah. What do you
This
love
week
this
in
week?
Jackson. I'm excited to experience the new version of what Daryl's was.
Oh,
the
yes.
151, which is supposed to be opening their doors on Friday night. So
Is that the 22nd, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
so Daryl's Downtown is now the 151. If you haven't heard, check that out. They have their big grand opening.
Yep.
And I heard that they have a vegetarian menu,
That's what we hear.
but I don't know where Dave got that information because I saw their website and I couldn't.
Oh yeah, they've got a whole Facebook all set up and everything, and they said the rules will stay. So
Oh,
I think
good.
that's the good news for Jackson.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to having some more veggie options and seeing what they do with the place. Thanks for coming in, Rachel.
Thanks.
Who's next?
Eric.
Hey, Eric.
I wasn't planning on it, but thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Big supporter of Jackson.
Yes, very much.
Where's your
much
wife
so.
tonight? Where's the wife and kids?
We talked about it this morning, and then when I said, "Are you ready to go?" she's like, "Not quite."
She couldn't handle the awesomeness down here.
So obviously
going
she
on?
didn't make it.
Yeah.
But a couple of things coming up this week. You may or may not know that I'm ambassador with the Chamber of Commerce as well as an active Rotarian. With the Chamber this week on Thursday, out to the Saddle Saloon.
Saddle Saloon.
That's
Where is
airport
that? Oh, yeah,
lanes.
Yeah, okay.
They're having an open house on Thursday from 5 to 8 or something like that.
The actual saloon is having an open
Yes,
house? Or,
they've
so it's not just
completely
the ambassadors?
re-renovated it.
Okay.
It's a because they're a chamber member. It's
Like are they doing a
sponsored through
ribbon
the
cutting?
chamber. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be a good time out there on Thursday, and then as far as the Rotary goes, we're having a fundraiser on Sunday, Racing for Dollars.
Okay.
Out to Gene Davis Catering. It coincides every year with the big race, Daytona 500.
And is that open to the public to come in?
It is, but I think the tickets are, if I recall, they're $100 per couple.
Okay.
It is a charity event
Yeah.
for St. Luke's and a couple other nonprofits, obviously Rotary as well.
Yeah.
And
you're with the-
Kiwanis is also a big part of that.
You were the Breakfast Club, right?
That's right.
But they're both awesome, obviously.
Yeah.
It's Rotary.
Well, I'm a little partial to the Breakfast
Well,
Club.
yeah. I got the good breakfast at Steve's Ranch Tuesday mornings.
7 o'clock.
Always looking for
Tuesday
new
morning.
members.
Yep, that's right.
And you've got Kathy Lincoln, and she's just my all-time favorite.
Yeah, she's great. She's
fantastic.
Great.
So what is your favorite event in Jackson?
Well, I don't know if I could really specify anything.
Because
I mean,
they're all so great.
there are just so many opportunities to take advantage of. I mean, just had some friends that had just moved to Michigan from Seattle, and they had this expectation of what Jackson looked like, and when they got here, they were quite pleasantly surprised this weekend. So
they'll be back?
Yes, they will. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they've made plans. We've talked about all the parks, the Falling Waters trails.
Don't we have the most golf courses?
I think so in the state.
In the state, something.
Possibly even in the country. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've got a lot of golf
So,
courses, and you'll have to take them to a cruise night. I think everyone enjoys those. Live
Yes, those
music,
are
food,
great.
old cars, and new cars. There's all sorts of really cool stuff down there.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for the opportunity.
Thanks for coming in, Eric.
Sure.
Who's next? Anybody? Don't all jump at once. Here we go. All the way from the back. Hey, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name's Joshua Croy.
Josh, nice to meet you. What do you do? What's your story?
Actually, my story's quite interesting. I just got back from the military last year. I've been home for a
Welcome
year
back.
now. Thank you. And in that time, I've made a lot of friends in the art community down at Art 634.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of interested in letting you know about my art that I'm trying to promote here. Obviously, I'm on Facebook under Art Further by JC. I do art that's pop culture, some of the things that are going on in the media right now. I kind of cover those.
What is your media? Like, do you paint or sculpt?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I sketch pencil. I use a lot of pen and ink. I've airbrushed a lot of my work, and it's just kind of a mixed media.
Do you have space down there? Like, do you have your own studio
No.
or store?
I've been fortunate enough to, through Maggie Riggle and Douglas Jones in the Singularity House, they've invited me. I've been able to kind of get my art in front of an audience, and it's had quite a good reaction. I was also on Art Beat with Soundwave Group, and
Okay.
I was honored to be guest on their show, and that went very well.
Congratulations.
And
That's
well,
good.
thank you. And I'm really happy with where it's going. It's really exciting.
Are you
So-
from Jackson originally?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm born and raised. So
And you're back, so that's a good sign.
Yes.
That came. So
Yeah.
obviously, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. What is your favorite part of Jackson? What brought you back to the community?
my family's here,
Okay.
and I've been going to school. I was a combat medic, so I've been going to school at JCC for about a year now, and I'm still pursuing a medical, field, but my art is really my passion, and I really want to try and achieve as much as I can with it,
Yeah,
before.
absolutely.
So.
Well, do you have a website anyone can check out, or just
On Facebook right now is all I've got. I'm hoping to expand that,
That's
of course.
good enough.
So absolutely.
Almost everyone's on Facebook, and I mean, even my 90-some-year-old grandmother's on Facebook. So
Yes.
I think you'll probably get some good coverage there.
Well, thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Thank you. Nice to
And
meet you again.
I think we're gonna wrap this up. And Dave and Jay, do you guys want to say anything before we go?
Jay?
Run! This is YouTube. People don't have attention spans.
YouTube.
Jay,
You're not coming? Fine.
what is
something
going
else.
on? This is Jay Cordova. If you don't know, he owns this joint. Co-owns this joint with Dave. Dave is just coming to look pretty because he doesn't have a mic.
Sorry about that.
He does that well though.
Yep.
Fellas, this is a big night. You just launched Jacksonopolis 2.0.
I know. It's
We're
been a
here.
year.
Been a
in the
year.
works.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's been a year.
So what's next?
Everything.
Oh, to get it to work.
We want to know more. Yeah, you've probably got a lot to do now that the site's launched, and
Yeah.
and now that you've got that off your plate, what is your favorite part about Jackson? What's your favorite event or business or thing to do?
My favorite part about Jackson is just like being able to find the people. A good example is Jake, people who want to be part of the community, who want to be involved, who want to grow their skills. If you watch the 2.0 video that Jake produced, he
Is
kind of
that-
talks about it a
is
little
that
bit.
live on the site?
It is on the
It's
site
on the
right
site.
now.
Okay.
If you watch that video, he talks about how with Jacksonopolis, we take people who are kind of wanting to grow their skills and we kind of adopt them into the family and help them and grow them and kind of bring them along on the ride, the crazy
Yeah.
ride of Jacksonopolis, to kind of produce content and kind of become something that is better than what they were before.
And if Jake hadn't mentioned that on the video that he,
Yeah.
learned everything from you, which that's saying a lot. I mean, he's really
crazy.
good. That's great. And so
He is amazing now.
Kudos to Jake.
Yeah, he's actually been the one that's switching all the cameras today during the show. He's a producer for a lot of the shows we do here.
Yeah. And what about you, Jay? What have you done?
I think I'm most. Listen. I do what I do best. Executive produce everything and touch nothing.
It's probably better that way.
Yeah.
No.
If he touches it breaks.
He fixed my phone earlier. It
Yeah.
was frozen on the screen for
Black
an hour
magic.
and a half. Yeah. I don't know what he did, but I'll call him next time it's broke.
I think the most exciting thing for me is featuring business, featuring the businesses that were kind of launching a whole new section on the website, and putting a lot more eyes in front of the hole in the wall places and the hole in the wall offerings that Jackson has for the community and for the individuals that kind of make this place awesome.
And the idea from that actually came from we were at the Oak Tree Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
I was with Aaron Wilson, who's now in Nashville, but hopefully coming back.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
6 months.
But we were
They
there, and I
always
was
come
like,
back.
how did I not know about this place?
You never went there before?
I've never been there.
Oh,
And
wow.
believe me, he likes to eat.
I do. I love it.
They have great stuffed potatoes.
so-
But there's a lot of things like that in
Yeah.
Jackson. Like we were talking about how we should do a divey breakfast tour of Jackson because
Yeah.
you just open the phone book. Those do still exist.
What?
But you could just like checklist. Like we went to some pretty cool places that I never knew were there. But they survive and they do well and they've got established clientele. But it'd be nice if more people knew about these places and could take advantage of them.
Exactly. So that's why we started this local feature area where we're going to be featuring local businesses and organizations that do cool things. And we're going to have people that go out and review them, take photos, do a little documentary video about them. So really highlight those things that make Jackson unique.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. If you're a business and you're ready to get included into that list, we kind of have we have about
If you can
60,
handle the exposure.
Yeah.
Do we have about 60 businesses
We have
already lined
60
up for
already.
them? So
That's
if you want to
great.
be on the list, email info@jacksonopolis.com.
Yep.
And we can get you on the list.
We can get you to the top of the list.
Ooh,
Top of the list, maybe.
they have connections.
We know the guy that knows the guy.
Yeah.
And if you want to contribute events to the jacksonopolis.com/events, now when you click events, you can actually create an account and start contributing events immediately and get the word out about what's going on either for your organization or maybe you just heard about something like this Luminous event. And, if you see it's not on the site, feel free to add it. We just want to promote and get the word out. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on This Week in Jackson.